Batman by Chip Zdarsky, number 140. I see some people online cheering that this isn't a part of the Gotham War event and doesn't reference the Gotham War event. That's how poorly regarded that was. But we're on issue 2, where there's like a evil Batman person inhabiting Batman's head. And even though it's a Batman versus Joker on the cover, it's really not that inside. Now, the art's okay on this. It's been enjoyable, at least to look at on this level with Jorge Jimenez's work here. Everything's kind of fine on that front. But this is literally 20-something pages, maybe I think it's 20 pages, of Batman inside his own head, dealing with other Batmans from other multiverses, but also just ones in his head that are figments of his imagination, and trying to figure out what to do here and trying to become the Batman in charge. He, at one point, gets to the Joker in this like kind of fight where it's not even really a fight with the Joker, and says like, hey, I don't kill, but I can snap your neck and make it to a point where you'll never be able to move again. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if you're going to maim somebody to the point where they're kind of pretty much dead already, well, what's the, is that even better? Is that worse? Better than killing? The morals of like DC Comics superheroes don't make any sense anymore. And that's kind of been a tragedy that's befallen comics in general these days, but it is what it is. So eventually Batman gets in his own head, and he actually talks about manifesting figments of his imagination in his head. I hate this kind of thing when it's done on TV and all this, and it really doesn't make sense in the context of like Bruce Wayne in his own head thinking this either. And eventually through this whole thing, he's about to wreck the Joker, as we see. Another Batman takes over, and the bad guy kind of becomes the new Batman in his head. So we'll see what happens there. There's a backup story about Randall Savage, and he's taken over Bruce Wayne's manor, and it's a big bunch of talking heads where he eventually is like maybe going to run for mayor. And it looks like he's being set up for a bad guy for something later. But it's really boring, and the art's actually pretty boring too. So overall, again, this is another not great issue of Batman by Chip Zdarsky. I don't know what the heck happened to this guy. He did pretty good on Spectacular Spider-Man back in the day. Daredevil kind of went downhill after a decently strong start. And then Batman kind of is just like just a train wreck since he's been on board with it. Maybe it's just hard to write these monthly comics. I don't know, but it's difficult for him. I'll give this a 5 out of 10 overall, and that 5 out of 10 is mostly for the art involved. So, yikes. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.